Angelo here. Welcome to my channel and welcome back viewers to my stream. So guys, as you can tell on the screen right now, these are the videos I've done about Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat 11, and the MK11 DLC stories. Now, obviously, as you can tell, it's been quite a while. 3 years to be exact on the last video. Can you tell why I'm bringing up these guys for right now? Because just recently we got this. Yes, boys, we are now talking about the Mortal Kombat 1. I believe it was called the Summer Games Fest 2023 gameplay trailer. Now, even though it's game trailer, I am not a pro player or anything like that. I am specifically a person who enjoyed one of the first, if not the only, fighting game that had a story to it back in the day, for starting from Mortal Kombat 1 to 2 to 3, etc., etc. But for sure, Mortal Kombat 9, as you saw on these videos I did, and I did my story rants on, those are the videos that got me back into Mortal Kombat. And these are a great way of refreshing all the people that watched it back in the day, played it back in the day. And the way they did the story was amazing. I thought it was great. However, going back to what we were talking about here, this one right here, yeah, Mortal Kombat 11. So let's kind of talk about that a bit. I was not a big fan of, again, said Mortal Kombat 11. Personally, I was very lukewarm on the game and story as a whole. The aftermath, the DLC aftermath, you know, it made it just a little bit better, touched a little bit. That's where they gave us Fire God Liu Kang. But just overall, like all the classic characters, I believe in those videos I talk about there at length, I didn't like what they did with some of the characters. I didn't like their new designs. I didn't like their personalities. I don't like how, I believe they killed off a good number of them. And then things like that, I was just like, it didn't feel right. Like basically the classic characters, I feel just kind of got just destroyed. Like beyond recognition, beyond what they're supposed to be. I didn't like it as a whole. So I guess I wasn't the only person that thought that, because now there's no more MK11 tournaments. No one really cares about it. No one cared. In my opinion, I think they just wanted to wipe it. They wanted to do what DC did with all their Crisis events. So they wiped that entire universe. So once again, MK11, all this stuff, gone. It has been wiped. So now we got, again, like I said, at Aftermath, Liu Kang is now the Fire God. He's replacing the Thunder God Raiden. And I think this is now, like I said, just like they said with Crisis on Infinite Earth and all those things that DC did. Funny enough, DC and Warner are now one and the same. Who knew? Funny. The world goes round and round, right? But I believe this is supposed to take place during the first Mortal Kombat, so MK1. So if you saw the trailer, I'm sure you can go watch a trailer on your own. Like I said, I don't want to take them wherever you knew. Everything's different now. But if you watch there, they're using all their classics. Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, and Mortal Kombat 3 costumes. And did you see that little Striker? That Striker was crazy. I'll get more on Striker in a bit. But this is like a timeline there. And again, everything's now been flashpointed. Everything is flashpoint scenario and everything is similar, but different. So now, again, let's talk about it. This was, again, the Summer Game Fest 2023 we had. It was detailing the gameplay and just gave us more info on the Mortal Kombat 1 story. And the biggest thing that I saw was, like we were talking about earlier, I never thought we would see Striker. Okay, let's be real. He's a cop. He's just a human. Ain't got nothing. Yeah. I mean, okay, so I never played the character personally. I always respected him. I knew him because it's like, dude, this is a you know, a regular dude just sitting around. I mean, he's a dude who's got a nightstick, a taser, I guess a flashlight, and a pistol. And this dude's fighting gods and demons, all right? But apparently, police brutality seems to be super effective. Now, again, I never played the character. I've been told the character sucks gameplay wise, and no one really played him. That's why you never really see him ever again outside of, what was it, maybe MK9 and what was it, Mortal Kombat 3, or was it Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3? I can't remember which one he first appeared. I don't know if it was original MK3 or Ultimate MK3, but hey, cool, sure. Again, I don't know if he's gonna be a playable character, but I know that there's gonna be a bunch of cameos with a K, you know, because, you know, these guys are funny, you know, but cameo, just like MK, anything with a C turns into a K. So cameo, and supposedly they're going to bring a lot of nostalgia characters, and they can just put whatever they want in these cameo characters. So when I was watching the gameplay, again, it's not really a gameplay thing or like a a gameplay breakdown for me. It's more of the story. But when I first saw it, I thought it was like Marvel versus Capcom or just a Marvel assist, basically. So cameos are basically Marvel assists, which honestly is fine. I thought it was gonna be like a 2v2 kind of thing where they're doing like Tekken Tag, but no, it's still you have your main character and you have your cameo, and it looks like the also cool things that you can have them battling back and forth, which also brings me to my next point. If I think about it, did you notice that at the very end of it, you had Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and then they dueled, and then they both did their fatality in a way, I think. And it's like one person sets up the other person's fatality, and I'm like, huh, is that? And I wonder if like their cameo character can now duo and set up the final fatality for your other character. That's what I wonder. And I'm just like, if that happens, then let me ask again. Now we heard Ed Boon up on stage as well. He said that just like the Flashpoint, everything's similar but different. Now Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers. Okay? You heard that right. Scorpion and Sub-Zero are no longer from two rival clans who got, framed. Sub-Zero got framed. Or I don't know if he actually did commit it. I thought it was Quan Chi. I don't know. Everything's like it's been wiped so many times now. The things that have happened have changed so much. So now there's a brand new thing. Now the boys, they're brothers. So Scorpion and Sub-Zero are now brothers. They're no longer two rival factions. That's Scorpion and his family get killed by who we thought was a Lin Kie or Lin Q. Man, it's been too long. Huh? Lin Kuei. There we go. Lin Kuei, and he wants revenge, but then it was really actually, was it Quan Chi? I thought it was Quan Chi. Quan Chi, who was like really secretly manipulating it, and it wasn't actually him. And then he gets killed, and he becomes Noob Saibot. Like I said, there's story, dude. All right, if you're nerding out over story and things like that, that's kind of like me. So now here I am. I'm breaking it down. I'm trying to think about it. It's been a long time since I've been able to really talk about a video, because like, what's Street Fighter's story? No one cares. What's Tekken's story? No one cares. What's King of Fighters' story? No one cares. Mortal Kombat actually has a story, and you can actually follow along, and everything moves forward. And if you kill one guy in the actual lore and story, it affects. And then the younger brother of Sub-Zero comes to potentially get revenge over, you know what I'm saying? So everything, there's a causality, there's a cause and reaction. Everything, had a purpose. Chaos Theory was in the Mortal Kombat story. And of course, the big thing about it now, the two ninjas who are always fight versus. You watch all the videos, you watch all the things, all the DVDs, whatever, comics, you always see Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. Now instead of Scorpion versus Sub-Zero, they're going to be like, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, brothers fighting. So that just makes you wonder, is there going to be Reptile? Is there still going to be Noob? If those two are brothers, what about the original Sub-Zero? What about, was it Bihan, I believe his name, who eventually becomes Noob Saibot? Is Noob Saibot going to be his own guy? Like it's so interesting what they're going to do. And like I said, normally I'm invested in the story. I want to see what happens. I want to see what they're going to do. Another last thing, that again, this is just from that little 4-minute gameplay trailer and some talking that Ed Boon was talking afterwards during that. But the other thing I thought was interesting is Melina is still human, and she's not created in a lab. Instead, with she's like being like the twin sister of Kitana by using like her DNA and splicing it with like the Tarkatans, I believe. That's why she had the crazy mouth. But now she has like a disease. So are they actually fraternal brother or not brother, sister and sister? But yeah, I guess Melina contracts some sort of disease, which makes her like morph into those teeth and mouth, everything. So again, questions, similar, different. I'm down. This sounds good. Let's see what it is. Like I said, I'm just happy to see characters like Stryker, Sonya. I will admit, Kano looks very plain. I'd like to see a little bit more thing, but that's the bald Kano from Mortal Kombat 1. That's fine. You got Jackson like the 80s, 90s spandex pants. I mean, that's what's up. Still knocking people around. That's cool. I did find it funny also in that part where you see Kung Lao throw like that straw hat, but you didn't have like the metal hat and it hit Sub-Zero at the back of the head. That was pretty funny. But again, like I said, guys, I'm not a pro Mortal Kombat player or anything like that. I'm just a casual Mortal Kombat story enjoyer. So what are you guys' thoughts on this? Do you guys like the new story? Did you play Mortal Kombat 9, 10, 11? Are you of the people that the greater majority of people, average, didn't really like the way Mortal Kombat was done. You know, the way that they handled their overall franchise and the characters. You know, there's words that you can consider that, but either which way, guys. Are you excited about the new story? Are you excited about the new game? Are you more of a gamer? Do you like the game? I don't know. To me personally, once they made it to the point where I have to hold a button to block, I kind of lost it because I'm just so used to holding back to block, man. I don't know. So aside from that, guys, how do you think they're going to incorporate all these changes? Do you think they're going to incorporate all the previous games or just more of the ones from Mortal Kombat 9, 10, 11, etc.? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks again very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys out there. Later, y'all.